All right, Charles, my boy JoJo. I want to do a quick little discussion about some stuff that happened in my regional. Let's get into it, bro.
All right, well, look, this advice for everybody too, especially the players who just coming into the game. Be aware of the time, be aware of the pace of your opponent and how they play. The trick is, if you don't know your opponent deck, you pick up a card to read it, they're gonna wanna rush you. If you don't pick up the card to read it because you know knowledge of the deck, they gonna wanna play slow. So always remember that. Number two, this is what happened to me. So I was going against Malice. Game one lasted until the clock went to like 18 minutes. Cool. We sided in. Game two, I bust lock him. He read my cards like 10, 15 times, despite game one reading them. So I told him if he could, like kind of speed up the pace because his deck got the advantage over mine during time of the round situation due to the life point game. Game three comes up, because our game two went for a minute. I had to literally make sure his life points went to zero for him to forfeit. So game three come up. He go, I summon Chaos Hunter. He reads Chaos Hunter for a good amount of seconds. Triple tactics me, get rid of my Imperm. I had another Chaos Hunter in here with a Bestial and an Ecclesia. So he passed turn. My turn comes, a minute and 20 seconds. I go Bestial. He pick up Chaos Hunter, asks if I can banish. You read Chaos Hunter, it clearly say your opponent can't banish. It's right there in this text. But first, before he did that, he turned around, looked at the clock. I always forget that part. He turned around, looked at the clock when I summoned the Beast. I was just so heated, I kept on misincluding that when we was arguing to the judges. So he turned around, looked at the clock. I summoned Bestial. He asked the question if I could banish. We argue for about 10 seconds on that. Tell him yes. I summon Ecclesia. He say, what that do on summon? Not nothing. Then I pick my Jewel Swarming attack. He asks again, what Ecclesia do? I say, I'm not activating the effect of Ecclesia. Battle phase. Put me back to my main phase. Activated the trap, summon White Rabbit, gain life. Looked at the clock again. Shuffled through his deck to see what trap he was going to set when he know he ain't had that many options to set because Chaos Hunter's still on the field. Time in the round was called. I told him, like, that was just devious as fuck what you did. I should have called Judge. I wasn't thinking about calling Judge because I be thinking to myself that players gonna play accordingly. They gonna play fair, but I gotta be an asshole, I see. And it's crazy because if I do that, people it's just a children's card game. I hate that because what parent gonna buy their child $2,000 cards? Like, what parent gonna allow their child to skip Chicago to go to Columbus, places like that to go play this game? Like, Konami need to do something when it comes to slow players. Like, literally, even if they implement the master duel time limit to actual TCG, OCG, I think that'd be good that you and your opponent should have 10 minutes to make a move, like literally, because it's getting ridiculous. Then it's the he say, she say, he had a friend with him, so of course they was gonna side with him. I told him, I'm the one looking bad because I'm the one that's mad. You cool, calm. I know they gonna go with you, but just know you can't beat me. And it's crazy that people just feel obligated to win a game because they're playing a meta deck. Don't let that discourage y'all from playing y'all decks y'all used to playing. Just put in a meta engine. Fiend Smith go with anything. You can play Fiend Smith Dino. You can play Fiend Smith Statelanite. You can play Fiend Smith anything. Like literally, don't let nobody discourage y'all from playing the deck y'all want to play. This is luck based. If they want to slow play and rule shark, call a judge and let the judge know you not happy with how the pace of the game is going. That's the more professional way of saying it. Instead of accusing your opponent of slow playing and they try to hit you with a misconduct of unsportsmanlike conduct for accusing your opponent of slow playing. I just want to make sure that all y'all aware of that. Make sure y'all pay attention to the time. Make sure y'all pay attention to your opponent movement. If they sitting there just shuffling their cards like this, if they sitting there doing this, allow it like 2 times, 3 times before you say, can you make a move? You're not being an asshole and rushing them. You just being cautious of the game state. So always remember, don't let nobody make y'all feel like y'all suck because y'all play a deck that's under $500 or anything like that. You could play a $100 deck and win a whole regional, literally. Like, don't let nobody say that, or don't let nobody make you think that your decks can't compete. Go out there and compete. That's it. I love road decks. That's why I got rid of my Razio deck. I just thought to myself, like, this is not me. It's not my style. Only rogue is my style. So I got rid of it. I recommend everybody who love road decks continue to play y'all road decks, man. Don't let nobody make y'all feel like y'all decks can't compete in this format.
Nope. All right, cool. And what region was that again?
Rosemont, he know who he is. Like, me and him been getting into it since the Dino Kaiju days. Like,
Oh, somebody personally.
yeah, it dawned upon me. At first, I didn't recognize him until he did what he did. And then me seeing his friend was just the icing on the cake. I remember that 100%.
Oh, okay.
And like I said, unfortunately, I made myself look bad, and I take accountability to that. He got it, but if you gotta win like that, it just make the game stressful, especially for those who do this as a hobby, to not be on the streets doing other stuff. So yeah, it's like, man, it's very stressful. Konami need to do something about that, like, for real, for real.
I agree. Well, thanks for the video, bro.
Oh yeah, no problem.